Hi artists, today we are exploring the weird and wonderful world of the artist Salvador Dali, a famous artist who loved to mix reality and imagination. Dali's style of art was called surrealism, where ordinary things like elephants or animals are transformed into dreamlike creatures with long, skinny legs or floating shapes that look like they came from another world. We'll look at his space elephant sculpture and other elephant artworks to see how he stretched reality. Then, just like Dali, you'll create your very own imaginative 3D space animal that feels like it's out of a dream. Let's get started. We will start by creating our animal out of clay. You will warm up the clay by adding water to your hands, just working it together into a ball so that it's movable and workable. It might be a little bit dried out, so that's why we're adding water. Then, instead of painting our clay later, we are actually going to add glittered color to our clay. So as you are working your clay together, I will come around with colors that also have glitter in them, and you will work the color into your clay so that later on you actually will not have to paint this artwork. Work your project into two shapes, a body and a head shape. So the body is a cylinder, and then the head is what I'm working on now. Depending on what kind of animal you have, you might pull your oval or sphere out to make it longer, to make it have a snout, to pull some ears, using your fingers to create all the different parts. Then you need to take a toothpick to attach your body to your head. After you use the toothpick, you also want to pull the clay from the head to the body so that it all attaches and becomes one piece, and then use water to smooth that out. You can use different tools to add texture into your clay. You can use your fingers to pull up so that your animal has a tail made out of clay. Just make sure you don't make anything too small. You can also set aside clay to make feet. You don't have to do this, but it will make your animal more stable. So whether your animal has 2 or 4 legs, just make that many balls of clay, flatten them out, and then later you will press your animal's legs into that clay. So after you have built all the pieces out of clay, you will add decorations, and then the last step is going to be to add the legs that are nice and long, just like Salvador Dali's elephants. Before adding the legs, you will also get to choose some things that you can use as details and decorations for your clay. So you can take a cup, decide what details, whether it be feathers or gems, you need to make your space animal awesome. Think about how your animal acts and functions in space. You can choose your leg colors. You'll need a toothpick to connect your head to your body. You can get googly eyes and all sorts of things. And then we will be also at the same time deciding what color we want our clay to be. So again, once you get started, you're going to take your clay. You're going to warm it up and add water to it to get it ready to create. Then I will come around with colors that we will add and work into our clay. Once we have done this, and our clay is ready to be molded, we will break it into a few parts. Make sure that you have a piece for your animal's head, your animal's body, and feet if you would like to make them. We will then roll our clay into a ball, and the body, for the most part, will be a cylinder shape like what you just saw. Then the head shape will start as a sphere. Those are your 2 main shapes that you can kind of change to make them look like just about anything and turn them in different directions like you see me here. So depending on how your animal stands or sits, your body might go up and down, or it might go side to side. Then you can also pinch your sphere to make a beak or a snout, whatever shape of head your animal needs. So I'm just pinching the end of this to make a beak. This animal is going to be part bird, so I'm pinching that, but making sure to not let it get too skinny. That's one thing that's important. If things get too skinny, they will break. So we want to keep it nice and close together, and then also use water to smooth anything out as we are going. Once you are happy with your 2 pieces, I am going to add a little tail using the body shape, just pulling some of that clay, and then you can use tools to add texture and other things as well. Once you have your two main shapes and your feet figured out, you will use a toothpick to connect your head to your body, and then don't forget to smooth out the head and the body as well. This way, when it dries, it doesn't crack and fall apart. Use your fingers and water, just like I'm doing here, to make your head and your body become one. Be really gentle with the clay so nothing breaks off. Okay? After you have finished working with clay, if you need to quick wash your hands before you start using other tools, that's what I just did, you can start to press things into your clay while it's still wet, and they will stay there as it dries. So I'm adding these gems to make my space parrot, pressing them in, but also being very gentle not to crush the parts of my animal's body. You can press anything you want. Then our final step is going to be taking our popsicle sticks, pressing them in, and making sure our animal is balanced and sturdy so that those legs are nice and even. And if you created feet, you would be adding those in as well. And that is how you can create your space animals. I can't wait to see what you guys make.